Alrighty, back again. May 14th, 2020 is the date. You all know what that means. It's Dust Day. Dust 514 on PS3 released officially 7 years ago today, so it would have been May 14th, 2013. The gameplay footage I have here, I think, is from November 20th, 2015, so it's a little bit more than 6 months before the game shut down, which was on May 31st, I think, 2016. So pretty close there. This is towards the end of when I was actually playing the game at all regularly. I'm not sure. I have only a few recordings left in my capture card system from Dust. I keep deleting the ones I keep using, but I don't use them very quickly, I suppose, because I make like one video a year on this day. I guess I'm just gonna talk for 16 minutes 27 seconds. That's how long this video is. So what do we got here? We got some uplinks. Throwing an uplink. This is a Catback versus War Ravens game. Who's gonna win? I don't know, bro. Would I be posting it if we didn't? I don't know. I guess we'll find out at the end. I have some sort of assault rifle, I guess. 30 rounds, so that must be the breach assault rifle. I was using this a lot towards the end because for the longest time I would use rail. Ooh, I'm getting destroyed. Ooh, better run. I use a lot of rail rifles, and ooh, I forgot Stunner was here, and I just sort of got bored of it. Rail rifles were sort of de facto one of the best weapons for quite a long time, and at this time, assault rifles were buffed to keep up with the rail rifles and combat rifles. So assault rifles were quite good against shield builds. They were not as good against armor builds, but ooh, look at that headshot dominated. So I guess I haven't. I have the volume completely down on this. I don't think I'll have it because there's a lot of talking in the video, and I don't want it to disrupt my voiceover. So there'll probably be no volume. If there was volume, you would hear that there was in fact no sound when I get headshot kills, which is quite. Ooh, do I get the frag kill? Nope. Unfortunate. Which is quite a robbery because it used to make this really satisfying sound when you would get a headshot kill, and eventually something like glitched in my system, and instead of making that noise, it made no noise. I just lose sound. So this guy's using some sort of mass driver, and I have, I guess, a Glente suit, so this is looking quite dangerous. Oh, it's the yellow thing. So is that the officer one? I don't know. It's been too long. This game's been shut down for like 4 years almost. Um, man, I guess I should have figured out what I was going to talk about. The last one of these I did have quite a lot of views at this point, relative to the success of my channel. I think like almost 4,500 views, like 4,400. So looking at the kill feed here, we got Alias is on my team. Deaths around as well. It looks like we have some sort of OB. I'm hacking this turret, probably gonna hop on it and sit on it for quite a long time. Ooh, let me see if I can get this freebie. Oh no, I'm gonna get off and fight this guy. Do I win? Do I win? Oh, it's looking good. Okay, well, I had help, so yep, I won. Back on the turret. I'm a big fan of the turrets. I saw today that Darth Carbonite posted a video on his. I'm getting bombarded. I need to get off. Darth Carbonite posted a video on his Dust Archives channel, and it's like a medley or montage or whatever of a bunch of different songs from Dust. It's like 22 minutes long or so. So I'm doubtful that's all the music. I mean, I guess Dust could have just had a really limited score. I don't know. I'm not sure if what percentage of the actual game it is. But it was nice to listen to. I listened to a couple minutes, and I might play the rest later, just in the background when I'm doing something else. And again, that's Dust 514 Archives, and to my knowledge, it's Carbonite that curates that channel. So check out that. There's probably a lot. There's a lot of good nostalgia stuff. You could check out where the all the leaderboards were at the end of the game, and just some other videos he had. I don't know what else is on there, but I know those are on there. So I really hope this audio comes through all right because I really don't want to have to re-record 16 minutes of audio. Um, what to talk about now? Yeah. Oh, well, the fate of Dust 514 as we currently know it. Of course, the game is still shut down. No changes there. But there was talks. Oh, I almost got that kill. Am I gonna get it? I got the nice jump mods on here. Jump mods were awful. They never should have done that. One of the worst things they ever did. But the fate of Dust 514 sniped. They were talking about for quite a while. A new version of the game. Don't even remember the title at this point. They had they sent out email, or you could request to reserve your username from Dust and reserve your account and all this stuff, and you would get veteran awards, which I don't think they ever specified. And then I don't recall exactly how this went down, but they got some sort of backlash from the community about. I think it was mostly about they showed like alpha footage, or probably not even alpha, just like the Agamis. It was just like test footage or early footage, whatever you call it, and it wasn't. I don't know. There was a community outcry about it, and it was, I think, partially that it didn't look very much like Dust, and it also looked pretty bare bones or stripped down, and it's one thing to understand that that's like very very early gameplay, and that might be why the gameplay turned out like that. But additionally, I think that they said something about this is basically what the game. It was something like that. They said that's how the game was going to be, and people didn't like how it looked. Like it didn't look like the Dust everyone loved. It looks like it was more of just a sort of a soft reboot. It's not. It sort of takes a few components from Dust, but not really the core gameplay or spirit or whatever. I don't know, you could probably find this gameplay somewhere. Like I don't think it was called. Um, yeah, it definitely wasn't called Dust 5 and 4. And there was a different name, which I do not recall anymore what it was. So we got some uplinks going down here. Uplinks were like one of the very most important things in. I suppose they're important in pubs, but especially in PCs, and just people just love to never switch off their guns and use their equipment, so they would just never throw down uplinks. And that lost a lot of games for a lot of people, I'm sure. Just a lack of discipline in that regard. Ooh, took that kid down. Oh yeah, so I'm back on the rail rifle now. So I walk into this nano hive, and it almost looks like that's a shield to defend me, but in reality, ooh, I'm gonna die here. Not looking good. Yep, to the frag. In reality, it's no shield, so don't get it twisted there. That was only giving me ammunition, and it did not help me in the slightest. So I've died twice. Pretty sure that's the only. I don't think I die again in this video. Spoiler alert. Perhaps the spoilers should come before, but I don't think anybody really cares. Ooh, look at all my beautiful fits. I have like they're all such bare bones names, and then this one is just default name I must have made. So alright, so we had a Glente assault, we had a Caldari assault, switching to this Minmatar assault. I wonder. I probably don't have a combat rifle. Oh, I have a shotgun. Here we go. So what do I got? Ooh, ooh, miss. Oh, got him. Got him. I'm getting some nice points here. Get that 25% bonus from the defend order or whatever, which or objective. Oh, objective defense bonus. I don't know. I don't remember how that system worked. I don't remember a lot of things about this game. It's been a very long time. So we got the shotgun out, and shotguns were a very important part of the PC meta. And you see a Python in the kill feed there. Also, assault drops is a very important part of the meta. And I mean, I guess I'm only halfway done. Let's talk about some nonsense here. Yeah, the meta. Uh, for the longest time, it consisted largely of just scouts and heavies. So the heavies would have the machine guns, the scouts would have shotguns. A few people use rifles, but for the longest time it wasn't that good until assault suits got buffed and assaults came back into the meta, and people would a lot of times would just use assaults over scouts. They were tankier in the hit point department, and I suppose you gave up some speed, but it wasn't a lot in a lot of cases. The HP was worth it, especially with how tight of com how tight this combat was. Like, look how much HP I have on the suit here. It's almost like 700. What do I have? Like, numbers are really small. Is that 430 and like 230, something like that? So like 660. Quite a lot of HP. Whereas on a scout suit, you have like 200 HP to start with, and you can only fit a couple mods. So you run around with like maybe 400 HP, but I'm rocking 600 plus here, which is probably enough to tank one direct shotgun shell, almost, if not completely. I don't recall how much a direct shotgun shell was doing, but I probably could survive one where a scout suit was not. But I mean, you do have the bigger hitbox. You do have the slower moving. So back on the turret again. What are we doing here? Shooting it. See an arrow? Better shoot at. What else we got in this game? I'm not gonna lie, I can't see the screen. The screen I'm looking at for this video is pretty small. I can't real. Cold-blooded Max, Catback staple, and yeah. Man, I swear, every time I do one of these, I usually have I can usually talk for like forever, but now I'm sort of drawing a. Somebody left the battle. Sort of drawing a blank. Somebody's calling tank here. Looks like gun laundry. We got an orbital on this objective for no reason. Assume that was an enemy orbital because we control the point, but nobody was on it, so I didn't get any kills. Maybe somebody near me. Oh no, that arrow was just right next to me for no reason. Interesting. So I thought when I looked at the replay, I skipped towards the end of this video and people were talking about it being laggy, and it doesn't seem that laggy yet. I mean, it doesn't look great because Dust was never looking too hot, but it isn't extremely laggy yet. Maybe it just gets that way towards the end, or maybe that's somebody else talking. And also, it could just look that way because in my capture card software, it just until I export it to Movie Maker or whatever, the frames drop a lot. It runs really poorly. So we got okay. So they're mounting some sort of final assault. It's looking like here, one of the roof of this your tower thing. This is death. And I don't know. I guess they're gonna jump down. They're probably just gonna sit on the catwalks and never jump down from there because they don't want to die. Which I mean, they're not winning this game at this point. They would need a major turnaround that they're just not getting. We have complete control. We're not. I mean, we're kind of just dicking around. If they actually pull together, maybe they get something done. But we have all these points, all these uplinks. They're like completely pushed out. Control the CRU, clone reanimation unit. I suppose I should talk about some more broad strokes. God, what else is there to talk about? It doesn't look like we're actually gonna ever get a Dust 514 reboot or sequel or remake or whatever, like people were hoping, and like I was hoping for. But maybe it's for the best for this just exists in the past. It was I do know it was very fun a lot of time, but it was a very bad game in a lot of ways. Just the not enough effort and time and money and whatnot was pumped into it to make it a quality game. It did have a lot of really good ideas in it though. The gameplay concepts were pretty good in a lot of ways. I like the supply depots, the CRUs. That's cool and all. Like the equipment, the suits are one of the very best things. The skill progression system, and maybe not the exact way they did. The idea behind it's very good, but it just for the first like quite a long time in this game, uh, just people that start had a little bit of a head start on other people had a massive advantage because having like 5 million SP was way more than 5 times better than having 1 million. Like 1 million SP, you didn't even have enough to max out like a suit and a weapon, but by the time you got 5 million, you had enough to get your cores to a respectable level, plus get like a proto suit and proto gun, because I think it was like 900. I don't even want to. I guess I'll say something. I think it was like 2.5 mil for a proto suit and like 900K for a proto weapon or something like that. And then there's proficiency and whatever. But so you get a little bit of proficiency, get a little bit of core. So in the very early days, yeah, the meta was dominated by decent players that had a massive skill point advantage. And that's just how it was. And it was very hard to get into PC like monetarily, ISK wise. It cost 50 million ISK for just a clone pack, and that's only 150 clones, and that's just like not even enough to take a district. So you need hundreds of millions of ISK just yeah, and you have to assume you don't lose that all in one. But it was very tricky. It was very difficult to do. You needed like somewhere to start, which was nice when they actually implemented when Corp started giving away districts. Like they realized, oh, we need all these districts, especially after farming was nerfed. We don't need all these districts. Let's just give a few to some small corps that want to try to get in. And usually those corps were absolute scrub lords, and they would get stomped, and we might have to. Their district getting taken by some less polite individuals, and we'd have to get it back for them or whatever. And maybe they were just straight doofuses, and it was just whatever. There was a lot that went into it. So we're using mass driver here. So we got jump mods, we got mass drivers. I said, fuck it, these kids are just we're just gonna these kids are just camp on catwalks, I guess. We're just gonna throw explosives at them. Hop on the hive. This submachine gun's got 112 rounds. That's a lot of rounds. This must be what assault submachine gun. Is that shit's so fast? So these kids are getting completely slapped upon. God, we're down to like 2 more minutes. What should I say? What should I talk about? I don't know. Like I miss this game in a lot of ways. I'm glad I played it. I made several friends here that I either play with now or led me to people that I play with now. A lot of good memories. If anything, I really do wish I could have had this capture card sooner and recorded more and put a little bit more effort into it. Ooh, let me get these big points. Put a little more effort into the YouTube channel and whatnot. Like I mean, just because of the lack of YouTubers, I suppose I was one of the go-to, but I wasn't. I mean, I think I probably have more PC videos than like anybody else on YouTube though. I would guess because I have hundreds, like maybe close to 500. Maybe something, yeah, maybe 300 or so. quite a few. And then I also had the log videos, which were I like doing them and kept people up to date just a little bit. So God, yeah, we got like a minute and a half here. I don't know, sign offs here. Like people I still play with now, from this game: Shepherd Gray, Alias Lycan, Devilish Killzone, Sergeant No Neck. That's about it. I mean, there's Destroyer who comes around every once in a while. There's Gustavo every once in a very long while. There's Pack, who is around sometimes, and I think that's it. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. Am I? Man, it's gonna feel bad if I do. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. Yep, I guess that's all. So we got the points, the bars going off the screen, got some SP, got some ISK, nice, nice. Yeah, I only died 2 times, so I didn't actually, profited. Nice profit. How much ISK do I have in my wallet? Oh, over 1 billion. Yep, I'm packing. Mad ISK. Could have more, but who needs I'm like a true greed lord. Anyways, it's 4KD. We're gonna go through the scoreboard, and that's gonna be about it. This is Silverwind signing off. Just 514 7-year anniversary.